So now I'm going to allow you guys to practice. That's how you learn. Because I know some of us, after this, want to go and sleep, prepare for tomorrow work. Use this opportunity now. All right. Let's be quick. Do what you can. Right. You still have time to practice. Don't put yourself under pressure to say, if I was writing tomorrow and then I would have failed. Yes, you would have, but you have not yet. So that's positive. Right. So that paper, right, required one, it says prepare the relevant journal entries. All right, journal entry in the accounting records of Love Hair Limited on 31 March 2020 to correctly account for the allocation of impairment loss which arose on the initial classification of the disposal group hair salon treatment division as held for sale in according to IFRS 5 non-current asset held for sale. They want the journal just for 9 months. So where do you start? Right, where would you start? Right, okay, as you're thinking about it, UP says disclose the patent, okay, hairspray, and the disposal group hair salon treatment division in the notes of the statement of financial position of Love Hair Limited for the year ended 30 June 2020, according to IS 38 intangible assets, IS 36 impairment loss, and IFRS 5 non-current asset for sale. So there were two things that they wanted from the disposal. So the secret with this one, right? Start with that working, that calculation. Once you have it, you can do anything. You can disclose it, you can create the channel, you can do whatever. That's where you always start. So whenever you're given IFRS 5, start with the calculation. Then you can what? Give the examiner whatever they need. The channels or the so the end of this company, guys, is 30 June. So please, let's not be confused. It's 30 June. That's our timeline. Okay. So timelines are very important. Timelines are very, very important. Okay. So what I'll do so that we're quicker, right? I'll do less talking and more writing. You guys do the talk, right? It's your class now. You're in control. Okay. So that you know how it feels to be a president. Right. They are saying, I'll read again. Due to a significant price increase of the components used by Love Hair Limited to manufacture the hair salon treatment, management decided to discontinue the manufacturing of the treatments and to dispose of the related assets and liabilities of the division in a single transaction. On 31 March, the year end is 30 June, don't forget. But on this, the company complied with all the requirements. So it's not every time when they'll give you this. If they don't, you go to those. Right. Non-current assets held for sale and discontinued operations. And the disposal group was classified as held for sale. Sorry. Not your network problem. It's me. Okay, so these are the assets.
He's gone again.
No, I'm back again. Sorry. It's a phone call. Sorry. Right. So apologies. Right. So they are the assets. You see? Then they're not so many. So after this, they are saying, okay, they've given us additional information. Right. They are saying it is the accounting policy of the company to account for land and manufacturing building in accordance with the what? So don't panic and say, what's this? Just think of that list. All right. The manufacturing building is depreciated in accordance with the straight line method over the expected useful life of the building. At the beginning of the current financial year, beginning, not 31 March, beginning, the remaining useful life of the building was estimated to be 12 years after an impairment loss of this was allocated on 30 June 2019, right, which was last year. Right. A residual value of nil was allocated to the building on acquisition date, and it remained unchanged throughout the period. So there's no change in accounting. No change in accounting estimate. Right. It is the accounting policy of the company to account for inventory at the lower of cost or net on 31 March 2020, when the criteria was made. The net realizable value of the inventory amounted to 192,500. Already, your brain is saying, I know this. I'm passing. On 31 March 2020, the fair value of the disposal group and the costs associated with the sale of the group were as follows. Fair value of the disposal group was 2,750,000. cost associated with the selling of the disposal group was 125,000. At year end, on 30 June 2020, the fair value less cost to sell of the disposal group was the same as the carrying amount of. Tomorrow we're going to do something where the carrying amount, where the fair value is not the same as the what? As the criteria date. Right? Where it's not this value, where it's a bit different, where you should either reverse impairment loss, right? Okay, that's what I will teach tomorrow, so that just in case it comes, you know what to do. All right, but majority of the work will be done. That will just be a last minute thing, all right? But majority of the work will be done. What I'll teach you tomorrow is just the bits and pieces, but the majority of the work, the skeleton, the foundation was taught. Right, so there is a question. You ignore this formula because it's not part of the group. That's what they wanted. They wanted journals for 9 marks. They wanted you to disclose. So what do we do? Now I'm going to keep quiet and let you guys do your thing. All right, so there is my template. I'm not waiting for you guys. I'll be writing. I'm just writing. You guys tell me. All right, so don't forget these are your workings.
And the date.
These are your workings and your date, yes. So at least you're so that I won't. Right.
The land.
The land cost.
And what is the other one? Where's the question?
The question is on the group, Joanna.
Oh, I must go to the group.
Okay, I'll go to the question. Date it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, landed cost is that amount. You put this amount 531,250.
Yes.
531,250.
Yes.
And the next one is it the next one? Sorry.
It's building.
Manufacturing building. It's a building.
A manufacturing building.
And then after manufacturing building is inventory. And number 3, inventory. Manufacturing building. Number 3, inventory. Trade payables.
Yes, I've written them down just as you instructed me.
Okay. Now manufacturing.
No, yes.
Manufacturing building, you put that amount in that question.
Okay.
It is 2,265,625.
2 million?
What is it? 265,625. Inventory, how much was it? 200,000.
Right, there's inventory 200,000.
Yes. And then accounts payable minus 75. You put in bracket. Then after that, the total amount
We're given.
was given. Okay. 2,921,87.
How much?
2,921,87. 921. 2,921. 2,921.
Hey, okay, let me look at
2,921,870. 2,921,875. 2,921,875.
875.
Yes, 875. Then after that, we do the test for impairment loss as at 30 March 2020. What is it? The date?
2020.
Yeah, test for impairment loss on 30 March 2020. Then we have our carrying amount minus fair value less cost to sell. Then we're gonna test for impairment.
So what do I use?
We're gonna use carrying amount minus fair value less cost to sell. Sorry. And then we go to the question to get less cost to sell. So we need to go to the question to get the amount. To get the fair value. Where's the fair value? The fair value is 2754.
So we have impairment.
2754. So now carrying amount is greater than the fair value. Yeah, it's greater than the fair value. That means there's impairment loss.
So it's 2625. 2625.
1,000,000. Yeah.
And then the loss is 296,875. Impairment loss is 296,875.
Say 2 what?
96,875. Then we allocate.
All right. Let me stop there. Are we correct?
Were we not supposed to firstly calculate the carrying amount for manufacturing building.
Why? Why?
The date that they classified it as held for sale is that the right carrying amount?
I'm asking you guys why. You tell me, accountants. I'm just writing. I don't know anything.
Oh, so when was it? 2020 March?
Yeah, 20.
So it says that management indicated the disposal group will be sold on 30 December 2020, right? And here it shows the carrying amount as 1 July 2019. So I'm thinking that we should calculate the carrying amount at 30 December 2020.
I think so too. So it's not that amount. It's supposed to be. Why are you going away?
I'm not going away. I'm not going nowhere.
I could say.
Timeline now.
When was this sent on our group? Because I've been looking. Can't find it. Can somebody resend it quickly, please?
Right, so I'm just drawing the timeline. I'm just thinking aloud, you know. I'm just drawing my timeline.
Bali, is Bali here? Can you resend the question paper, please?
I've sent it. All right.
Mm.
Okay. So you guys were then given this information. Right. So what is the error?
3 months.
We took 2265 and we should take the carrying amount as as 31 March. I think
Yes.
so.
Yes, Rebecca, you're correct. You are supposed to take the carrying amount. Remember, movement. You move up to 31. Someone spoke about December. This is when we expect to sell. Don't worry about the sale date. We are worried about the what, everyone?
As they classified.
Classified. So you see, we are correcting our mistakes in class. That's the benefit of practicing. Because if this was an exam, most of you would have failed. All right. So yes.
Sorry to disturb you. Our year end is the 30 June, right? Or they
Yes.
classified on 31 March. Okay. Yeah.
And then they just say they're going to sell it. Don't worry about this date. This one is just for the note. You're also going to tell the shareholders that they expect to sell this thing by, but it should not affect your calculation. The date that you want is when the classification is what? Requirement are met. Then you calculate the carrying amounts. If the question here is okay, can you right?
Wandi, you will be fired.
Right. So if the question had said here 30 March, we're going to take this fee. But here they're telling us that, okay, remember, if your year ends on June, that means this was the beginning. So beginning of the year, this was the carrying amount. So you need to depreciate further until what?
9 months.
That's mistake
July,
number 1.
September, October, November,
So yeah,
December,
someone is wondering, where will I get the
February,
information
March.
from?
Yeah, it's 9 months.
9 months, ne? They told us here that at the beginning, not at the end, at the beginning of the current year, the remaining useful life of, so that's your estimated. All right. Then they told you that a residual value of nil, so there's no residual. Okay. Tashin, I saw your message. We'll get to that one. I just wanted you guys to see your mistakes. All right. So that was our first mistake. So that means on the building, you need to depreciate from this point. So how many months is that? July.
9.
July, okay. Right, correct. It's 9 over. So the depreciation, they gave you the figure of the carrying amount is how much? That 2,65625, right? Over the remaining 12 years. Multiplied by what?
9 divided by 12.
Right, you get your depreciation, not your carrying amount, but your depreciation of how much?
Depreciation. Hey, I'm getting 141. 141,601. 602. 602.
602. That's your depreciation. Yeah.
Yeah, minus 22. What?
That means your carrying amount is that
226,5,625. is 21240223. 21240223. 4023.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're cool. That's the first error. Timeline.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what's the second thing? What is the second error that we did? Tashin?
Inventory
Right. The
lower
second mistake?
is inventory.
Yes. Say it.
Inventory.
What's wrong with inventory?
We should take. They say inventory is measured with the lower of net realizable value, something like that. So we say should take the lower amount.
Right. They are telling you.
They
They are
gave
even
us.
telling you. Yes. Inventory at the
Oh,
lower of
yes,
what?
192,500. Oh, yes.
You see,
Gosh.
on which date?
Yes. Yeah. You'll take 130,
That's the
192,
rule,
the
right? You say
lower.
lower of
Mm.
cost or net realizable, whichever is lower. So here what happened? You got your inventory at this date is how much?
You are taking
And your net realizable value is how much?
125.
To 500.
Error number. What you won't forget because right, so you come and replace and all right, so you are now correct. Yeah, now correct. Then let's add. How much do we get? Let's go. This is our class. At least if you can't talk, at least contribute something.
2772,773.
2772.
773.
You bring that carrying amount here. Right. And then
So
say
our impairment is 147,747.
or 47. Right. That's your impairment. Right. I'm done. Okay. I've corrected you. What next?
We are not checking. Trade inventory is minus. What is there? We go to allocation. Land is manufacturing. Manufacturing, it was on what?
PPE.
On
Yes.
cost of fair value or what? Or
Cost.
price.
Cost.
So it's yes.
Well, very simple. So yes.
No.
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 That's it. And this was a test exam. Imagine you writing this like, no, yes, no.
So where did you get that 125
It's there.
Huh? It's
before
given.
allocation?
Given on the paper.
Given on the
In your
paper.
structure.
Yeah, uyeqile wena ngibonile Johan. You just took this
Go
Cost.
there 125.
yes, costs associated with the selling. These are what you call your cost.
You less, I mean,
Yes.
cost add you less
Less.
minus.
Right.
So
So
we allocate.
now we allocate. So now it's up to you to then go look for other questions and test yourself to say, what if it comes this way? Then you can then say, Jeff, I came across this. Then I'll allocating. So we have got the what? The land. The land was how much? That. And then the other yes was what? The building. The other one was what? The yeses. Let's follow the yeses.
Building.
The building, right?
24.
Calculate how much do we get in total?
2655273. Then building is 31,250.
Guys, let's calculate. Let's help Rebecca. Multiply it by the calculate.
I'll do building.
29565.
Okay, hold it, Wally. Said how much?
29565, the first one.
Okay, 2956. Okay, second one.
118,208.
Okay, can we all see? In here where you said yes, you allocate 29,500 and what? 65 in brackets. You also said yes here. 118,208 brackets. Or you said no, dash, no, dash. This plus this should be able to give you what? Exactly. Then now you do your maths, calculation minus that minus that, that minus that. This would go as it is. How much?
Yeah, okay. Building is 2005.
50.
20055 5815 815.
Yes. Blend.
50168.
Okay. Here just say this minus 0 comes as it. This one minus 0. All right. It goes as it is in brackets, in its brackets. Don't change anything. Then the magic happens.
2625.
Now magic.
Now magic, it becomes your fair value less cost.
So which means in our exam, if we don't come to that, then something, we miss something.
Yeah, you missed something. All right.
I mean, I'm your bala. If you miss something,
Yeah, bhala kuphela and continue. Right. So you see, once you have done the bulk of the work, now you go to the required. For required A, like, guys, really? For 9 marks is a bonus. Yes, that's the structure. That's the structure, Tashin, always. That's the structure you're going to. It's the recommended one. It's up to you. You can see what's going on. Even if you use descriptive, it's the same thing. UNISA, it's the same thing. All right. So gripping cap, same thing. Right. So when they're generalizing, remember in generals, you stick to the dates. They want their date. So you'll come and say as a 30 March 2020. All right. Yes, please tell me now. How do I generalize? Impairment law.
How much?
Don't forget P&L.
Go back.
Don't forget the abbreviation.
How much? Yeah, 147773773.
Right. Don't forget the abbreviation, guys. Statement.
Will be penalized if you don't write that.
Definitely. Definitely.
I penalize this question.
You cannot forget where you see.
Guys, let's remind each other. Otherwise,
right, next.
Building. Is what? Before building is what?
Assets. Held.
For sale.
For sale. Then you dash, you write land.
Oh, land.
Same thing. Assets. Held. Right, you just transfer. Get your 9 marks. Clean. All right. Today you've learned a lot. All right, so go and revise.
Can I kindly ask now, just fellow for knowledge, how will this calculation affect my financial statement?
This one is a disclosure. It will affect disclosure. It will affect, and then even
or they will decrease my
Yes, so this will all right. So if it's P&L under your expenses, this is an extract, right? I think you'll come and say just okay.
So meaning that that means we are going to de-recognize these assets.
Yes.
In our financial statement, in our statement of financial position.
Under the note. Yes, and non-current assets they change from they become current assets. Yes.
So I'm going to de-recognize my now the thing, the building that we were using. So I'm going to de-recognize it at carrying amount, right?
Let me show you. I want to show you a good question. Right. Where you have carrying amount, you've got your costs accumulated dip, right? You've got your depreciation, you've got your non-current. No, right like this. Yes, that's the word I want.
How to transfer?
Yes. Hey, niyafunda ne? Transfer to what?
Non-current assets.
So if we I don't remember. They didn't give us the cost. Let's just use that question. Right, for the building. Was the building, it didn't give us the cost, they gave us the carrying amount. So we just start there. 2,265,625. Yeah. So this was going to be a no for the building. Because they can ask anything on that day. So remember carrying amount on what? On 1 July 2019. So you come and put that 2,5, right? 2,5. We don't know how much the cost was. We don't know how much the depreciation was. That's not important. Depreciation for the year, we calculated it. Yep. Oh, we took it out. How much was the depreciation, Gonj?
No, you in go back.
No, I canceled it. No, I canceled it. Because here. Because here, okay. Yeah.
It was 14102.
Yes, thank you. Hey, right. It was 14162, if I heard correctly. Yes, in brackets. 10 minutes. Right. So transfer to. So you transferred what? Everyone? Yes, on that date, on 30 March. 31 March. 31 March 2002. So what was the carrying amount?
212.
In brackets. What does this mean? That means your carrying amount at the end of the year, there's nothing. Cost, there's nothing. Division, there's nothing. Gone out of the books. That's how you do it. Yay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so that's how you do it. So go and practice. Go and do justice. I like your energy. Right. I will ask the text guy. Okay, I will confirm. There might be an auditing clash or something. If there is none, then meet again tomorrow. The question that I'll look for a question tonight and send something together. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate. I'll see you guys.
Thank you, Jeff.
Okay. Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Okay, good night.
No.